Hello, I think we're just about live now. I think we're ready to go. And today we're primarily going to be doing our survival horror creation stream. However, today they updated Dreams and they added VR content. Now, I don't have VR, but apparently some of the tools you can use in a non-VR capacity. And you can also technically still create VR games. So I've got this was one of my horror creations, which I was suggested to perhaps convert into a VR version. I would probably make a unique version. I don't think I would make this VR and non-VR. I think I'd make the VR version separate, just so there's no wires getting crossed. But that's not really what I'm going to do today. I just wanted to have a quick nosy around. So if anyone's watching this stream on the pre-recorded video, you might want to skip ahead a little bit, because I'm going to quickly check out exactly what we got in this update first, and then we'll go and we'll create some more of the hospital. Make some progress on that. So let me just bring up the chat. Hello, how schmoomin'? Nice to see you again. Hey, Isaac. Day Biotune, nice to see you again. Hope you're doing well. The Firecat says hello too. I know, literally he was outside that door right before I hit stream, screaming, saying, let me in, let me in. And I was like, no, go away, go away. Media Molecule added VR content and a worse performance and bugs. I've noticed that when I was loading this, some things on this list weren't loading properly. For example, these tracks here, they weren't loading at all. When I pressed X, it was just like a big blank screen. So maybe that's what you experienced as well. I'm not quite sure, but I think that's what it was. 19 highlights. Clearly I don't check out my highlights. Right, they've added a lot of things here. How-to videos, what are these? This is all the VR stuff, isn't it? Tips on how to create in VR, how to use the head camera tracker, how to use the hand imp tracker. So is this what you used, Halschmumen, to make? I think he drew like arms and legs on his imp, so I don't know if you can do that. Create 3D audio in VR. Very nice. What else do we have? Kits. A box blaster kit. What kind of stuff do we get? Oh, a wee stickman. I did not mean that. Look at me. I'm totally playing in VR right now. Oh, look at that reloading. I'm a master. Right, so we've got a stickman. We've got some rooms, which I don't know why they gave us this. I mean, this is pretty basic stuff. I mean, surely anybody could have made this. You gave me a thin bridge. Why, thank you. Maybe this stuff will be better. Rising lava pool. A lava fountain. A shoot switch. Moving targets. Okay. We got a new gun as well. The BB blaster. Right, what's this? The speed of time logic. What the hell is the speed of time? Slow down or speed up logic. Interesting. Controls. Score multiplier. I guess this is just the scenes. Some new music. Is this another game? Box maze kit. Okay. What is that? A grab handle. A door indicator. Okay. More music. Boxes. Boxes. Lots of boxes. Not much use for me. These tubes could be quite good though. What else? I think they added a couple more. They've got a box escape kit. Okay. It's like a honeycomb kind of material. Smashable glass panel. That could be quite cool. Sadly, there's no music in this one. And some kind of fan inside a box. What have we got in here? Oh, we get some more doors, but they're like the sci-fi doors, something you would find in like Destiny or something. There we go, got a hand. Got a stick man. With a head fan apparently, and a butterfly. A random butterfly. And some more music. Seems like all the music is very relaxing, isn't it? And so it seems like they're trying to help you here. They've got like VR hub lighting and grading. I guess this is just to give you a head start. Some switches, some valves. Yeah, it's all kind of standard, right? What else did they give? I think this is just the games themselves. Okay, well, I can't really play through these, so it's not really going to do much for me. I don't know. See what I mean? Look how weird that glitches. So I'll go to a scene. I don't know if there's any tools I'll find in create mode. So I'm just going to find the scene we're going to work on today in the hospital. There's so many scenes. So many scenes. What is that? Why is the kid ward? What? Why have I got a door? I know I was admiring it a minute ago, but I swear I did not. Yeah, there's the glitches for you. You saw it firsthand. Some of the pictures are changing for like the wrong. Alright, so let's do the reception area. This was the second stream with John Jerry Steve. I'm definitely going to make... This is what I'm going to do, right? I don't have VR, so I'm going to need people to test VR for me. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make our own VR collection. So we're going to get like a VR, like a John Jerry Steve leg VR, just like a model in VR. We'll get a day in the life of John Jerry Steve. So I'll put you in John Jerry Steve, and you can walk around and truly see what it's like to live as John Jerry Steve. And I was thinking I might even make this room. So I'll be like, do you want to see what it's like when I'm streaming? So I'll make everything in the room and I'll make it in VR. But if you don't have VR, you can still technically do all these things. But VR is a nice option, so you can have a look around, see everything I can see, more or less. Hey Robbie, nice to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Maybe you could add a timestamp in the comments for when the creating starts. Yeah, I actually quite like that YouTube added a feature where it's like a chapter select. So if you put timestamps in your video, if you look at the time on the video, it'll be like split into sections, and it'll actually tell you what each section is. So that's quite cool. So I'm just gonna quickly plug in my laptop charger, and I'm gonna grab the iPad. I tried to charge it a little bit. I forgot to charge it in advance, so I'm going to get some of the tunes on there. It's got 30%, but I think an iPad it does have a lot more battery than a mobile, so I should be good. Okay. Right, let's load this up. Ta-da! It's always funny, every time I load up YouTube on the iPad, it's always my stream that's like the first one to appear. Right, let's see, I was listening to one earlier. I'll bring up the Silent Hill one I was listening to earlier today. This was when I was creating, I was writing down my script for Friday. I'm going to bring out another VR related video, and it's mostly going to talk about what I think about it, what other updates I think they should add to Dreams afterwards, things like that. So just quickly, I'm just going to quickly plug in this laptop before it turns off. That's it. I'm back. I didn't go far, I swear. How Schmoomin, you ready to see Boveretta if I had a PlayStation VR? Yeah, I was just thinking about when you said, imagine Boveretta giving you a big sloppy kiss in VR. That's something we need to make, just for the hell of it. Now, who's going to be late today? Good use of that emoji. Yeah, we'll see. Scheme Costs is probably going to be late because he's too busy in VR mode right now. So, no doubt he'll drop in later, maybe. Yeah, hand imp tracker tracks your imp. You can scope into the tracker zone and basically sculpt on it. Ah, okay. I'll need to practice to make something kind of funny with it. By the way, LB, I made a new track. It's quite normal though. Is it in VR? If it's not in VR, I'm not interested. I want that 3D panning in VR. That glitch though, I know. That's all we're going to see now. Mad glitches. Yeah, I noticed that in the comments. I kind of like it, to be honest. It's neat. In the video, the time stamping thing, yeah, it's quite nice. I've just never really used it because I don't normally chapter my things. But I think for the video on Friday, it's going to have like a few topics. So I'll put like chapters in it just to test, see how it looks. Sorry I'm late. I'm so sorry. John Jerry Steve is right here, by the way. He's like watching you this whole time, you know. Don't mess with John Jerry Steve. I'm telling you, even in non-VR, he's coming for you. Right? So, you know, be aware of your surroundings. So I don't know where exactly I can find VR thingy-majiggies. Is it in the gameplay? I knew it. First time's a charm, right? What is this? It's like an axis with a face. Let me see, what is this? Visible, right. Follow head in VR. In VR, by default, the head camera tracker follows the game camera. However, if you enable this tweak, the tracker will attempt to follow the actual head position. Ah, okay, so if you want to be John J. Steve and you want to look around, it's like a brand new camera, I guess. And I guess you would have to put this on the person's head. Enable look cursor. An invisible laser fired from the center of the head. Use it for aiming or detecting with the player's head. That's quite good. So if it's like, if you're looking at something. So if you look at John Jerry Steve's leg, for example, he's going to know you're looking at his leg. So that could be quite cool. And then obviously we've got our other mad contraptions here. What else do we have? And that's the hand. The imp tracker. Okay. So this is like which control you're using it on, which hand. You can even use it for the wireless controller as well, which is quite cool. Flip for left-handed. A gun style or follow imp. Okay. And then we've got like a laser here. You can actually put a laser in already. Jeez. Just try to think about all this stuff. It's already blasting my brain. I don't know if is there any other tools that I should know about that are easy to find. Let me know. Otherwise, I'll just carry on. So I think it's very minor changes they updated, so I don't think we're really going to see much else. So I think if I want to make my game VR compatible, I think I literally just have to put in the head tracker and then just sort of enable it so you can look around like that. And I think that should work, to be honest. Might be glitchy, but it should work. Technically it should work. And I think I'll get Scheme Cost to test it. The thing is though, like normally I share my dreams, but I don't think I can share the VR dream because I don't know who has VR and who doesn't. So I think that's the thing that's going to annoy people the most. That people are sharing VR content with you and you're like, I don't have VR, man. So it's not going to be so good. You can get a sculpt and scope into the head tracker, and it will act as if the sculpt is attached to your head. In other words, you can make a 3D HUD. Right, let me read that again, right. So you can get a sculpt, you can scope into it, into the head tracker, and scope it into the head tracker. Okay, so rather than putting the head tracker into the sculpt, you need to put the sculpt into the head tracker, and then it'll act as if the sculpt is attached to your head. Yeah, so like I'm moving around and it's kind of moving with me, I guess that's what you mean. So yeah, I think that was one of the features that John Beach was talking about. So like if we wanted to make this as a HUD, you know, like right now if I move the camera it doesn't move with me, but if I put that in the head tracker, I should be able to move it. I don't know how to move it without VR, do you know what I mean? I don't know how it would work. So I don't know if this would bypass everything else. Ah, okay. So you can see we've got the juice following us here. So I can see what it means. Although I can't move my character for some reason. That's the only problem. I think it locks you, so I don't know if you need to... Let me see. Movable when not following. Nah, not physical. Okay. Well, that's good then. Now that we can use actual sculpts for the HUD. So obviously I won't mess around with that today because the survival horror game does not have a HUD like that. We have an inventory which has its own menu, so we don't really have a proper HUD. Like we don't have ammo or anything like that on the screen. It's a pretty HUD-less game, to be honest. Which is because you need to go into the main menu to see the HUD. But I'm sure, like, maybe I can experiment because, as I keep going on about it, you know, the storybook platformer I was making. Basically, I was using the apples, like the emoji apples, as a HUD. But I could also add, like, you had to destroy so many kgs, or you had to get so many of the sheets of paper. So maybe I could like use a sheet of paper and put that there as part of the HUD. I think that would be quite cool. So I'll need to experiment with it. There you go, John Jerry Steve Hospital. I think this was the first stream where we actually gave him his official name, John Jerry Steve. Hey Pipsqueaky, welcome back. Hey guys, I was caught up in VR. How lucky. How lucky indeed. I wish I could be in VR right now, but it's not an option right now. Use the shadow puppet. Yeah, I saw the asset, and I've not really put it in my... Do you have to use the shadow puppet? I was just going to use this guy. Because in my other level, it's just a template puppet, but he's invisible. I don't know if I would have to swap him out for a shadow puppet if I did make a VR version. Hey small boy, welcome back. Hi, I just finished making a Backrooms game. What's a Backrooms game? I'm curious. That looks wacky. Everything looks wacky. The Bovaretta Stone. Cold kisses from Stone Cone Bovaretta. Can you imagine? You can actually sculpt Bovaretta Stone now, and you can use her as a HUD, and she can always follow you wherever you go. You can't escape. Oh yeah, and don't forget to show off flex stretching. Oh yeah, flex stretching. I don't even use flex, to be honest, so I couldn't really tell you. Let's get some grass, right? Right, there's a fleck. Right. Can you see it? Can you see it properly? Right. So how do I stretch it? In here. No idea. Is it a setting? I've not watched any tutorials, so I don't know where anything is. Because if I was going to stretch that, I would be like... Can I stretch it like that? No. There's only move, I don't see stretch. You'll need to give me it. It's quite creepy. It's in the second bar. Backrooms is a thing too long to explain. Best if you Google it. Is it kind of like that CPP whatever thing? At the bottom of the tweak mode. Okay, let me see. In this tweak mode. Stretch. Oh, okay. Let me see. Alright. Okay. I mean, you could kind of already do this, because I think there was an option that let you... Look, this one here. This one actually already kind of stretched it, but I guess if you want to stretch it even more, go for that. I mean, it's not really going to do me much difference, but I'm sure for some people, stretching a fleck, no innuendo, is going to be quite good. Hey Scheme Cost, welcome back! Hey people, sorry I'm late, but VR is too good. See, I predicted... Didn't we predict that he was going to be late today? Because he was so so caught up in VR. We predicted it. You're getting the John Jerry Steve leg. Well, I've got an idea, Scheme Costs. I'm going to make a collection of short VR experiences, and I was basically going to make a VR version of John Jerry Steve's leg. And there's apparently a laser, and it can detect where you're looking. So if you look at John Jerry Steve's leg, it'll be like, don't look at my leg, don't look at my leg. And then I was thinking I could also put like a head tracker in John Jerry Steve, and then, you know, you'll see this. You can actually live the life of John Jerry Steve. You can actually, you know, look around, see your massive arm, and then you can walk around and just live a day in the leg of John Jerry Steve. I think that would be a masterpiece. But obviously I'm going to need your help to test it, because I have got no Scooby-Doo how it all works. But yeah, I'm sorry Scheme Cost, but you're going to have to be our guinea pig to test out the John Jerry Steve VR experience. Looseness didn't stretch it, it only enlarged it. Enlarged, stretch, you get the difference. If you draw a line of flex and put stretch all the way up, it looks way smoother and less flecky. If you draw a line of flex, okay, so they kind of blend together. That will be terrifying, and yeah, you can use the laser to do that. Also great for jump scares in VR. Yeah, I mean, you can technically already do that, like if you created your own custom laser or object that detected like in a straight line. But obviously if you're facing this way, there's no way that you're... Maybe there's something that happens up here. There's no way I can predict if you're looking up here. I just know you're facing this direction. I don't know where you're looking. So like if we're looking at John Jerry Steve right now, if I was to make a game, right, you would have... Technically you could look at his leg without tilting the camera down. So I'm thinking in VR, if you literally look at the leg, the camera automatically moves, you know? So it's like if you look at his leg, then you're like, don't look at my leg! God damn it. This is what VR was built for. It was built for John Jerry Steve and his VR memes. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to the jump scares in VR. I just wish I could properly optimise it. But yeah, I'll try and update what lies within. I'll try and make a I'll try and make a VR version of it, let's say, and you can test it for me. Like I said, I'm probably going to do like a separate version for it. So I don't know why I changed that. I'll just leave that the way it is. So I'll do a separate version just so I don't know how it would work if I put a dream that was like VR and non-VR. And I don't know if it automatically detects which one you're using, or do I need to build in an option to select which one you're going to use. So I think just to make it easier on myself, I think I'm just going to make a separate VR dream. And I think it would be good as well because I would be able to see how many VR players I'm getting. Because if people are playing the original dream, I don't know if it's VR or non-VR. So if I make a VR only version, we'll see how many plays it gets, and then we'll detect how many VR players there actually are. I don't think there's going to be that many players, because regular Dreams players, What Lies Within has about almost 700 players. Almost 700 individual people played What Lies Within. If I made a VR mode, I'm guessing that would be like even lower, considering the player base is even lower. But we'll see, won't we? So there you go, got our white walls today. This is the reception for the private part of the hospital. So when you go down through this door, this will take you to like the exam rooms that we built last week. So I'll be down that corridor there. I'm just gonna like, we still have to replace all these doors. I don't know if you saw last week's scheme cost. We used your brand new door and to replace this one. Yours did look a lot better. Plus this one was a bit fat. This door, it didn't work so well. So let me just copy another another wall. Excuse me. I could probably put some more chairs here, I think. Right, come on, John J. Steve and a wheelchair. Let's get a move on. Normally John J. Steve isn't in the scene with us, but today I'll just leave him where he is. He's not causing any harm, right? So I'll make it like that for now. And then we just need to find a floor. Find a nice lovely floor, and there's John Jerry Steve. This is the first time we ever made a John Jerry Steve collectible. So there you go, nostalgia right there. It would just have to be me looking at John Jerry Steve for testing purposes, yeah. Testing or not, you're still looking at his leg. It all counts. Could you just enable VR and I can test it? If it's bad, you can disable it again. It doesn't let me activate VR because it says your scenes must be VR compatible first. So I assume I have to put in the VR gadget into the scene before it lets me enable it. So I may as well just create a brand new dream. I'll remix all the scenes and I'll do like a VR version. I'll put in the head tracker on the guy, and then I don't know if I need to change the puppet for the shadow one. I don't think so because I already made the puppet invisible. So I'll put a head tracker in the character where his head is, I guess, and then you can let me know how it works privately, and then I'll publish it. Maybe I'll publish it on Friday, and we'll see how it does. But I can't play it. I don't know how it's going to look. It might look bad. I don't know how the black levels will look, because you say your TV, it's quite hard to see. I updated the Dream and it's really bright on my TV, but it's still quite dark for you. So I don't know what it's going to look like in VR, if it's going to be too dark as well. No idea. But the good thing about VR is that all the headsets are the same, whereas everyone's TV is different. So if it works for your VR headset, then it should work for everybody else's. That's what I'm hopeful for. Bot VR. Yeah, he did. He made a separate VR dream for Bot VR. You'll have all the VR players, all 5 million VR players. We'll see. We'll see. See, I don't know if more people are going to buy Dreams for VR, or if it's just going to be, excuse me, or if it's just going to be the same Dreams community, but just the ones that have VR. So it's going to be greatly diminished. But I know right now is the best time to publish VR content because everyone's super hyped about it, and people are going to be like, I need to play VR. I need to play VR stuff. So I think over the next few weeks, few months, VR is going to be a bit crazy. So I'll try and release that What Lies Within VR version. I'll also make it so I can release a little short collection of VR experiences like John Jerry Steve's Leg, a day in the life of John Jerry Steve, you know, what it's like to be in my room, these kind of things. And all of these things can be played without VR, I assume. There's only about 5 million people who own PlayStation VR, but we do buy most games available for it. Still, the player base will be pretty low, unfortunately. Out of those 5 million people, who knows how many of those are actually going to get Dreams. So I'm just predicting it's only Dreams players right now who have VR, which is going to be really low. Maybe that changes, like, because today's Wednesday, so maybe people buy Dreams on Friday, maybe at the weekend. Maybe they won't get it till next month. So let's see. I might be underestimating the VR community here. You'd have to ask for consent to view his poultry leg. Yeah, that's it. Every time you look at his leg, a terms of service comes up and you have to accept. But how good would this be if you made this in VR, right? What if you had like a door that was locked and there was like an eye scanner on the wall and you actually had to look at it and it's like and your eyeball, and the door opened. When I'm creating, all my stuff is automatically working in VR. Well, the difference is, like, you can play everything with VR as a screen, as a 2D screen, but to actually, you know, look around like that, you can't do it without adding the tools, I don't think, if that's what you mean. It looks brighter in VR. I have a pitch black game and I can see perfectly in VR. Okay. And I did a lot of testing. You're going to have to give me the honest truth. Bovaretta VR will be a hit. Aye, a hit. Where? On your lips. She's coming for you. Nah, most VR players didn't bother with Dreams until now. But will they bother with Dreams in general? Let's see. There is hype for it. Well, that's good. It's good to know. Imagine making your own house in Dreams, then living in it in VR. That's basically the Matrix, isn't it? It's like the next natural progression. No, it's proper 3D VR. It all just works at a basic level depending on how your player works. So why don't you, can you not test What Lies Within in VR right now? Does it not work? Because I don't know. I don't know how it works then. So you're basically saying there's a default thing. Because for me, there's a tool that lets me enable VR, because it doesn't let... I'll show you. Does it let me do it in here? Don't think it lets me do it in this menu. But it basically says, is it compatible for VR? It says not sure, which is stupid. Then it says it's not VR, it's non-VR. Then it's VR compatible, and then VR only. And these two options are grayed out. You can't select them unless you have it's already set up for VR. Maybe you're selecting them when you have the VR headset on, so the game already assumes that you're VR ready, whereas I don't. So I don't think it works. Hey RoboKiller, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Did you do you have VR? Are you testing out the new update? Sadly, I don't have it, so I can't really do much with it. But definitely update your games to make them VR compatible. I think that would be really cool, especially running around Nemesis chasing you. That would be cool, like looking around the corners, you know, where is he? Is he up here? Then create your house in your virtual house, so you live in your house, VR, house in VR. It's like an infinite loop of houses. Hey Greg, welcome back. Here we go, back at it again. Hope you feel great. I do. I feel fantastic. Just we just can't get too hyped for VR because, you know, there's no VR. Right, what I'll do for this floor is, since this is like the private version of the hospital, I'm going to make this really chic. I'm going to change these chairs, and I'm also going to make the floor like super fancy.
Oh God.
Super duper fancy. So let me see if I can find some floors that look... Look, this is the problem with this damn VR update. Look, nothing works anymore. Look. Damn VR. It's causing problems already. Look, nothing loads anymore. Media Molecule, your patch has destroyed the game for loading. I even have scenes that have a picture of a wall or a door that I didn't even use. Get it sorted. Right. Let me just what is this? Newer version. Yeah, whatever. So we'll place down some basic floors for now, and that should do the job for the meantime. Normally when I put down the floors and stuff like that off stream, when I'm putting extra work into the scene, I'll usually look at it and I'll think, you know what, I'm gonna change the floor. I don't like it anymore. So this floor technically could change depending on how I feel about it later on. We'll just have to wait and see. But these floorboards are massive, absolutely massive. I mean, I guess it's not too bad having bigger floorboards, but it is a bit weird. So let me try the size. Try this on for size. Okay. Excuse me, wheelchair. We've got work to do. God damn it, it was so close to being the right size. So close. There you go. Okay, okay. Let's just group all those together. Bring these over. I'm assuming everything's gonna go well for me. Here we go. Ta-da! I think this is what I'm going to mostly spend my time on now. It's literally just putting in a rough draft, because I want to start focusing on the gameplay and stuff like that, because I feel like I need to get this up and running pretty soon. The demo isn't due till like the end of September, but I would like things to at least be a bit more playable before that. Yeah, I guess we just have to put in the tool. I don't know if the stream's buffering or if there's a problem here. I'm just gonna stop talking here until things are fixed. I don't know if, am I buffering? I think I'm alright. Maybe it's just my screen. Because it says here everything's fine, but for some reason my preview screen's buffering. I might need to refresh the screen. Alright, I'll keep going. Late. Yes, I do have VR headset. I'm already converting the Resident Evil Project Escape into VR. That would be pretty cool. I wish I could try it, I really do. But I'm thinking of doing the same thing with one of my creations, but I need VR testers. So Scheme Costs, he put his name forward to test. I don't know if you want to test it as well, because I'm literally just going to put a head tracker in so you can look around, and that's it. you know. So if you want to test it, see if it works. Make sure it's not too dark in VR. You can let me know. Hey Jayatra, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Basically, all games just use the camera as the player's view. First-person shooters pretty much works perfectly without doing anything. Really? Okay. But then if you're using the sticks, right? Say you're using the right stick to move the character's head, and then your head automatically moves. Is it not better if your head just moves? I don't know. I just don't know how. If it's already connected or if I need to do it myself. That's the problem. I don't have a VR headset. I can't test this. It's going to be really frustrating for me. The new art kit has some incredibly good floorboards and stone textures if you want to use them little big cubes. A new art kit for, is it the gardens one or is it for the VR one? Because when I looked at the VR stuff I couldn't actually find anything interesting. What do you think about Sackboy: A Big Adventure? It looks cool. I would have preferred it if I had a create mode, which I don't think it does. But, you know, I'll definitely play the game. But I'm not super hyped because, you know, I wanted a create mode. I basically wanted, like, Little Big Planet 4, more or less. I want to convert all my stuff to full VR now. You'll just live in full VR. That's all you'll do now. You'll just create VR experiences just for yourself. So if you have a bad day at work or a bad day out in town, you'll just recreate it and it's all nice. It's a good day. Oh god, we're back. Stream died. I have no idea. I have no idea what happened. I was getting comments even when it was buffering, so who knows. It keeps going black and buffering, then fixing itself. I can test it. You have VR as well? I'll be glad to test. Yeah, you don't use the right sticks to move your head in VR. You move your head. Right stick is just for sidestepping. Yeah, but I'm saying the default game, right? The default game, you need to use the right stick. I don't know, if you walk into that level in VR without me adjusting anything, does the game automatically rewire the right stick to your headset? That way you don't need to do anything. Or do I need to manually put in that head tracker so that it does it? That's the only thing I don't know. That's literally it, you know. Hello! You changed your naming. I'll create a dungeon and put Bovaretta in there and feed her raw fish. You're going to feed her raw fish? Why would you feed her raw fish? You know how much she loves raw fish. It overrides that. You can confirm that. Okay. Well, if it overrides that, I don't know how to make my game VR compatible because it doesn't let me. Unfortunately, it does not let me. All it lets me do is say not sure. But if you say not sure, your game only appears to VR people if they have their VR settings, right? See here it says hide VR only content when not in VR, and it's on by default. So I could make What Lies Within playable in VR, but then you would need to turn this setting off so then you can actually see it, you know, and things like that, you know. I'll show you the setting later if you're not on Dreams. It basically said something like that, like it's only if it's in your settings then you can see non-VR stuff that are set to not sure, because I can't set it to VR myself. Let's look for some fancy comfortable chairs, shall we? Oh, that's lovely, that chair. That's a bit too fancy. That's going to annoy me every time that says non-VR. Non-VR, non-VR. You're a plague VR. Right. I think I used something like this before. It's a bit wide. I'm sure it'll be alright. It's a bit dirty as well, I like that. It means I don't need to texture it myself. So maybe we could just use those. A bucket chair, unless that thermal is correct. We could maybe use one of these as well, technically. It's nice, isn't it? So we can use one of the two. Plus we have the red chair, which could work. It's a bit more flecky. As I was going to ask as well, scheme costs, like when you're looking at Dreams in VR, is it more, can you see the flex more easily because you're in VR? Is it more noticeable, or is it just the same really? Hey Disobey Productions, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. I'm not good with logic and animation, but I'm dying to make a few VR games. Yeah, I think VR should be easier logic-wise, because you could just make a scene and then just look around, you know. You can make some more simple stuff. What kind of stuff do you have in mind? Okay, so you can't choose VR compatible then? No, it doesn't let me. It doesn't. The options grayed out. It just says not sure, which means if I click that, it means only people who disable the hide feature can play it in VR. And then the other options, non-VR, and then VR compatible, and then VR only. But those last two ones, I can't actually edit it, unfortunately. But I've not even looked at any tutorials yet, so I don't even know if I can do it really easy. I translated your text. I don't know if you can understand English, but you can't write English. I don't know. Basically, I'll answer your thing. So you asked, I want to get Dreams, but it's too expensive. Any solution? There's a demo. I suppose there's a demo. You could also game share with someone, I suppose. If you know anyone, you can spend like 50% each, maybe. Or maybe just wait for a sale. Maybe that's good. What areas are you working on today? This is like, we kind of worked on the car park outside, which was out here. Well, what is this? Right, hold on. Fine-tuned. So we basically come out of the car park and we enter here. And the John Jerry Steve Hospital. How good would that be in VR? Welcome to the John Jerry Steve Hospital. Have a look around. Oh yes. Oh, there's dead people in here. So this is going to be like the reception, but only for the private residents, right? So this is going to be the fancy area of the hospital, right? So naturally we're going to use only the very best chairs. So none of this cheap crap, right? None of this Poundland stuff. We're only going for the premium stuff. So let me see, how big does his buttocks need to be? Since we do need to accommodate people that have big buttocksies, right? So let's just make the chairs this size, because, you know, we have to accommodate for lots of people. They're paying good hard cash, right? So we need to make sure that they are being accommodated for. I think I'll just use this one, because this one looks quite professional, doesn't it? And I'll put more of them over on this side as well. Maybe there could be like a little magazine rack as well. But only the premium magazines, right? Only the stuff that costs like £5, right? So maybe I'll make a few extra like that. Right, it's a bit close to the wall. I'll move this one over a little bit. More or less. Put more plants in there as well. So there you go, we get some more chairs. Much nicer chairs, I think you'll agree. We've got our wee crappy wheelchair. They're like, how rusty is this? This should not be in the private section. I pay good money not to look at poor people wheelchairs. You know? There we go. Right, so we can get your, we can actually get your door that you made scheme costs. It's not in my creations. I need to add it to my collection. Every time I see this chair, I always think like Men in Black. It's always Men in Black, you know, when they try to fill out the form. People were trying to fill out the form on the chair, and then he just like drags the table over. It's common sense, but apparently it was the bad thing to do. So let me see. I need to search for Dreamers. That's the one. Scan. See what I mean? Everything's loading really slow today. It's terrible. Right, so there's a door there, there's another door there, that's the one we're looking for. Ta-da! See, that's the thing as well, like, see how this has got, like, flat parts, whereas this has a handle. So I'm thinking, some areas, this is fine, but some areas I'm going to have to put a handle on it. Literally. So that it's not always a push door. You know, some doors are handles. Not all of them, just some of them, you know. So let me get rid of that. And then adjust this. So that'll do for now, right? And we still need to optimize all the proper sizes, I think, so you know, things like this I'll need to reduce. I normally do a lot of this stuff off stream because it's more repetitive kind of stuff, you know. I just try and get the basics done on stream. There you go. Our keyboard that goes into no man's land. Plus, I need to redo all these computers because I'm not going to use old computers or old TVs. This is the premium side of the hospital. God damn it! You know, this is where you need to celebrate your wealth. Put a big sign up here, right? I'll put it up here. Look, watch this. You're rich. There you go. This is the very wealthy side of the hospital, as you can see. John Jerry Steve Hospital welcomes everyone. Absolutely everyone. I need to change the vending machines because if you've got money, you're not going to buy a Coca-Cola. You're going to want to buy something a bit more premium. You know, coffee could work, but only the very best coffee. Not a vending machine coffee. You're going to want like a proper service of coffee. Is that Hindi? Who knows? Let me check. Yes, it's Hindi. Indeed it is. I had to get up Google Translate for it. But I don't know if he understands me, so this is what I can do. I can answer him in English and translate it into Hindi. That's probably too much work. Was gone for a bit. I'm back. Alright, Firecat. Cool. Big buttocks. What did I come back to? People with big buttocks that want to sit in a big chair. We can't make all the chairs the same size as Puppet Trinker. You know, we need to consider some people might be bigger on that side of the spectrum, you know. He said Bovaretta has big buttocks and it's great when she twerks. Twerking. Bovaretta twerking in VR. Imagine that. They say the best VR experiences are when you're sat down, static. So you're sat in a chair, Bovaretta comes in and she just twerks in your face. Like, can you imagine? I'm already getting ideas here. And depending on where you look, you know, you might be in trouble. That would be cool though, like, don't look down our top, or I'll know. I could even put up a high score system, right? Don't tell anyone, right? So the more times that people look down Boveretta's top, the higher the score. So the person that looked down our top the most will get the high score, and they won't even know. So I'll go to the high score list, and I'll be like, right, Dirty, you're the dirtiest person alive. So this is how we get creative with this VR stuff. So it's the best thing. People that don't have VR, we're going to be the most creative ones. How can we mess up VR for everyone else? We don't have to experience VR, so I don't need to experience Boveretta in my face, but you do. It's going to be great. Hey Maddie Madness, welcome back. Hey. I hope they sort the slow loading. Yeah, that's pretty dreadful, actually. Hopefully it's just a teething problem. I still need to add a handle as an option. Haven't had time when I was working on Zelda. Still working on Zelda, actually. Shh, it's not called Zelda anymore. You're not allowed to work on Zelda. You're working on the Legend of Boveretta. Remember? That's how it works. Maddie Madness, you're back again with the super chat. Thank you very much. It's been a while since I've seen you. You've been drifting in and out of the streams. I hope you've not been too busy. I don't know if you have the VR headset. The VR came out today. So if you have a VR headset, you can give some stuff a go, or you can make your own games in VR. VR really makes you see how bad people are with scaling stuff. Even my old stuff looks badly out of scale. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, if you make a first-person game, I guess it's easier, but since I'm making a third-person game, scale's not going to be too perfect, you know. I feel like I'll get it though, you know, because when I was making the scale for this place, I just did it really quickly. But you know, once I measure Paparitrinka up against everything, I think it'll be okay. Sadly, I can't make subject in VR unless, since the cameras are all static, right? What I could do is, anyone that's playing in VR, I'll give you a little bit of movement, so like you can kind of move the camera like that, like just a little bit, maybe. Probably won't. Sorry, VR guys, subject is not coming to VR. It's a long shot. Yay, Maddie's back. He's back with the bang. I think you're immune, Maddie. Yeah, sorry that I haven't been here for like a week or so. What did he say, by the way? Did he cuss you out? No, I read it out. Maybe you weren't here when I read it out. No, he just said he couldn't afford Dreams and he wanted a solution as to what to do. So I basically said there's a demo, you could game share with someone, pay 50-50, or wait for a sale or whatever, you know. That's basically it. But I don't know if he understands English, so my advice might have went on deaf ears. I was going to type it in, but it's too late now. He's probably gone. I don't want to imagine that. No way. It's happening. It's happening. I'm making a VR collection. And it's going to be the best VR collection that anyone's ever going to see. And since I don't need to experience it, even better. Sad that I can't be a member. You can't be a member. No, it doesn't let you. I know Robbie was saying something like he couldn't become a member or something because it wasn't like available on his account. You know, cause it's like you donated quite a lot. Those donations probably add up to a membership as well. Oh wait, we've got another one here. Can I translate this one? You can do your English, yes, I can understand, and you can listen to very good channels. Oh yes, okay. I guess it's just easier. Maybe your keyboard is in Hindi. So yeah, I don't know if you want to just game share with someone, wait for a sale, I guess. It's been on sale a few times. The sale hasn't been massive, but since it's not a full price game, it's usually a little. The sales are a little bit smaller, you know. But I think there's a summer sale right now. I don't know if Dreams is in it. Maybe because VR came out, maybe they'll promote it with a sale. Who knows? He's back. Oh yeah, he's back. Yes. He's speaking enchanting table. Enchanting table? What does that mean? What is an enchanting table? Alright, let me get the the proper computer. Right, we need to replace this computer, because this computer is really bad. Right, not in scheme costs. He doesn't make computers, unfortunately. Right, let's see. A PC. Come on, give me a good PC. Right, we'll just use something like that, right? Who cares about the keyboard, right? Could I just like recolor this keyboard and then I don't actually need to search for another one. There you go. It's a basic keyboard transformed into a modern day PC keyboard. There you go. So there you go. Looks a bit better. We're more modern now. So we weren't really sure if we were going to modernise this game or make it like really old fashioned. I think I'm going to make it not super modern, but modern enough that it doesn't look like trash. I want to make props again. Anyone have an idea? Props? Are you talking about environments, or are you talking about like swords, like weapons and stuff like that? I've actually started measuring all my objects now. Those doors are accurate within the inch. My OCD has transferred over from my mini model making days, where scale accuracy is important. That's pretty cool. I used to measure a lot in Little Big Planet, and Dreams not so much. Only if it's really a big problem. But yeah, the measuring is very helpful. I imagine you actually take the ruler out and actually check if it all works. Oh, let me see here. It's like a mystery prize. What am I going to get next? Let me see. So you are the creator of Dreams, not the creator of Dreams overall, but the creator of this particular game in Dreams. Yes. How long will it take to make a Dream game? This particular game is probably... We've already been working on it for like 7 months, so we're going to work on it till the excuse me, till the end of the year, and I think at the end of the year it should be finished. So all in all, it's probably taken us like a year to finish this particular game. But this game is a huge game. This is like a proper game. It's going to take you several hours to complete. There's 2 characters, each with their own story mode campaign. So it's a lot of work went into this. You don't have to make a game as massive as this. So it doesn't take everyone a year to make a game. It could take you a few weeks, a few months. Just depends on the scale of the game that you're trying to make. How many assets you use from other people, if you get any help. So you could definitely make a good little game within a few months at least. It doesn't all need to be this kind of scale. A bed. I know. Make me some hospital props. Proper high quality though. I don't accept anything less. A table. Another table. A table, too hard. I know, but I want a proper textured table. You know what you could do? You could try and make me new desks, you know, like front reception desks, because right now I'm using this basic crap right here, and I don't like it. If anyone wants to make me a proper chic reception desk, because I need one for the job centre, I need one for the hospital reception, and this private reception here as well. So I need proper proper reception desks. Here you can see, because this one's really basic. Like, I could recolor it, but there's no texture. You know, I'd like something that's a bit more crinkly. You know, a bit more textured. LBA is the creator of Dreams. He's just modest. Yeah, I made the whole thing. This is me just on my downtime, you know. Just making just showing you what you can do in the engine. So buy my game. You can contribute to me directly if you want. You know, I'm that amazing. What have we got now? He says, thanks. This translation is not so good. It says, thanks, Plan Train Bird. Plan Train Bird. I'm not sure what that means. So I have a question. What game it is called? You are a bit big. I'm a bit big. What do you mean by that? In English, that could mean something entirely different. So this is going to be called Subject. It's going to be a survival horror game. So if you've ever played like the old Resident Evil games or Silent Hill games, as you can hear in the soundtrack here, I'll hopefully have a demo for you to try. Maybe you can get Dreams later. You know, as the creator of Dreams, I'm imploring you, buy my game and my chair. I can try. I'll give it a go. Also, LBA, nice. I want proper, you know, chic textures. We can't have people running around in this crap. So let's see here. So if I change the colour, right, there's only so much I can do, you know, without things looking like a piece of crap, you know. Like, there you go. Like, it just doesn't look good, you know. And since it's all one sculpt, it's like everything changes colour. I was thinking, like, I would obviously, like, I could put down some cheap gimmicks here, you know, like we can put like a little cross here, a little cross there, you know, just to make it look a bit better. And then I could put like a white part here. So like these dents can be white and the outer part can be a different colour. So technically I could try and make something look a bit better. It's not a guarantee, obviously. Down, 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 down. Look at that. Big John Jerry Steve Hospital. John Jerry Steve is the heart and soul and leg of our community. There you go. John Jerry Steve Hospital. So lovely. I'll need to draw something eventually on this board. See, I never draw with flex. I don't even know how to do it. I should probably practice at some point. What's a good flex to use if you just want to draw? I'd imagine it's this circle, maybe. So, like, let me see. Can you snap it to surfaces? I don't know how you do that. But I'm going to have to take off the grid, though. I don't know if I can actually snap to surfaces here. Right, so... so terrible. It's like trying to draw in Microsoft Paint. Right, there you go. John Jerry Steve. It's so terrible. See, I wanted to actually make it look like a marker pen, like someone actually drew. But I might just have to use a text box and then just find some kind of handwriting that kind of looks like a scribble, and then use that instead. Because clearly I'm having a hard time doing my Microsoft Paint. Oh, it's another Easter egg. Let's open that up, see what my prize is today. No, the translation's still quite bad. It says, what plane, bird, plan, track, what an awesome transistor. It's a corn song, Twisted Transistor. Slate, hello, LittleBigAnimation, gallery. I'm curious how you make objects big, and Big Little, that toy. That was like the worst translation. Damn you, Google. How do I make objects big? You can, in Dreams, you can make things massive. No. It's a monster. It's a monster. Try to kill you. Or you can make them teeny tiny, like John Jerry Steve's leg. Really tiny, really tiny, really tiny. Look how tiny that is. Look, and it just keeps going. Keeps going. Keeps going. Until you can't see it anymore. Which is kind of pointless, so let's not do that. Gotta love that Hindi, I know. I'm learning. I'm not even using Google Translate anymore, I'm literally just figuring it out on my own now. Yes, in guides, snap surface, first option. Normally it's like when you do like when you create a text box, if you hold L1 you can snap it, so you can snap it to the wall, like that. But with flex, I wasn't sure if I could snap it to the wall and then draw, but if that's the way to do it, then I'll do it this way. Technical snap or surface snap. I guess surface snap, let's not use technicals. Right. So I can basically draw anything I want now. I was going to draw something really inappropriate there, oh thank God. Maybe I can draw something in Hindi. Right, this is me drawing in Hindi, right? This is going to be my masterpiece. Right, so I need to go like down like that, and then it's kind of like that, and then it goes like, one part goes up like that, and then another part goes like that, and then it's basically got a bit like that, and then a bit like that. There you go, some Hindi! Get some Hindi! I don't even know what that means. I want to see what that means. That's literally one symbol, so that could literally mean anything. So basically what I wrote was the word what! That is how you say what in Hindi. There you go. Oh my God. There you go. That means what in Hindi, you're welcome. So now, there you go. This is the Hindi class, if you've just tuned in. So everyone, this means what. Don't forget it. Can you imagine writing an essay in school with all those symbols? You'd be like, that took me ages to draw that. I always get confused when people in Dreams talk about texture. Usually in real modelling, texture means sculpt detail, but I guess in games, texture is faked sculpture detail created with the spray. Yeah, texture is basically just the paint. So when you sculpt something, like if I look at this floor, right, see all the lines, that's all the texture. Because that's like the bit on top of the sculpt, you know? So that's what I mean. Whenever I say texture, I'm talking about the material that's on the sculpt, you know, like the patterns. Like this is a texture. This is a texture. Someone's mapped an image on top of the scene, more or less. Paint. Also put stretch all the way up to make it look better. Too stretchy. Great translation, I know, it's wonderful, isn't it? And I actually drew it better than I drew John Jerry Steve, so maybe I should just stick to squares. Maybe it's better than circles. Hey Crook Vulture, welcome back. Do you have VR? Are you jumping into VR today? There isn't really a good fleck for solid lines. I've wanted solid flecks for ages. Yeah, unfortunately. Like, if I get it straight like that, a straight line, that looks pretty solid. But then, you know, when I twist it round, it gets a bit wonky. Gotta be careful. Oh, I've got another one. Let me see. I'm going to be a Hindi master by the end of the stream. For a slightly larger animation, I can access you daily for access or AP. I'm not sure what the translation means. You can access me daily for access or AP. I don't know what AP is, but if you mean animation on the channel, yeah, sure. I mean, we stream almost every day, and we'll be making animations soon. Get a job, not a life. That's the big job center quote. Yeah, I'm getting sued by the job center for that. I stole their motto. Looks like you wrote art until the last stroke. Yeah. There you go. There's the symbol there. It looks alright. Yeah, I kind of nailed it. Yeah, more or less. John, Jerry, Steve, art. Oh yeah. Let me see here. This symbol is only slightly better than Hari, Kari, Trata, Nivea. I don't know this reference. Does anyone know who? Hair Care, Trata, Nivea. Does anyone know what that is? And then it says, did you mean this? And I changed the meaning, and it says, these symbols only do a little good Harry. Which I don't know what a Harry is, unfortunately. John, Jerry, Steve, the Hindi version, yeah. Hey Big Fish, welcome back. What's up? Did you check out the new VR features yet, LBA? Yeah, very briefly, very briefly. I don't have VR, so I can't really, you know, give you a big tour, unfortunately. I was only really able to showcase a small portion of it, unfortunately. But hopefully you can forgive me. Gotcha LBA. I just need to remember it means something different to what I'm used to. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's like when I was talking about the hospital walls that liquid textured, and you said it is textured, and I'm like, what? But the textures just look like this. This is like the basic wall, you know. Whereas I wanted like textures, like I didn't want it to look like a basic wall, like because this is basic walls. I basically want to transform this wall so it has texture, just so it looks a bit less crappy. I do have VR, but I've never used it. So why do you have VR? That's crazy. I only got it because I wanted two new move controllers and nowhere had any. Wow, that's a crooked business model, isn't it? Crooked vulture. So that they basically roped you into getting a new VR headset because you wanted two move controllers. That's the most expensive move controllers I've ever seen. Well, you may as well crack it out and give it a go. Since you've got one, why not, right? Now I will leave my streaming software, so I will have to say one thing. Thanks for the great stream. I will now subscribe to the daily stuff about Dreams that I will eventually buy on Sunday, it seems. Oh, that's very good. Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, if you stay subbed, we stream quite a lot, actually. At least 4 or 5 times a week. And I'm going to start putting out more Dreams videos from next week as well. I used to put out a lot of Dreams videos, but lately not so many. But I'm getting back into it now. So yeah, you've came at the perfect time. And can't wait to see you in Dreams on Sunday. Played a bit at my friend's house. GT Sport and a steering wheel is good. Yeah, imagine anywhere where you're sitting in a cockpit You know, if you try Wipeout, that would be quite cool in VR. What? What's going on? There's nothing there for you to be forgiven. All is well, LBA. Oh, very good. No, there's basically nothing, is there, for us? There was like a head tracker, and apparently Hal Schmooman told me you can customize an imp. So like, it's not your normal imp, it's only an imp in the dream. So like, if you want to give your imp arms and legs and other dirty things, you could definitely do it. Yeah, Dreams is probably worth firing up VR for. Yeah, go for it, let me know what you think. Those hospital walls were textured though, LB, just subtle grimes. Yeah, but it's so hard to see, honestly. I don't know if it's your TV, but when I look at it, this is all I see. I just see this. I think I'd have to reduce the colour to see. Because I remember I took out his floor, he had like a really blue floor. And from the naked eye, it just looked like a normal blue floor. But then when I reduced the amount of colour, you could actually see he put in like some dark spots. It's just really hard to see, you know, which is not so good because sometimes when you're texturing stuff, you don't want subtlety. You kind of want to make it not super obvious, but a little bit more obvious. Well, we've got one more nugget here. Let me see. One more Hindi wisdom. Crazy R. Do vu do. Okay, I don't. It's like a rhyme. I think this is a rhyme in Hindi. It doesn't make sense, but I guess it's a rhyme. Fire up now, says the great VR scheme costs. But I haven't even got good at creating a non-VR yet. Well, tough. Times are hard. Now get good at VR. Get a move on. Tectonic is awesome in VR. Nearly everything is, to be honest. Can you play Tectonic behind the wheel? I didn't even know that. I just played it like third person. Might be because you use studio lighting. Also, it was too subtle when scaled to proper size. Okay. So you had to like reduce it maybe. Yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah, there's going to be some things I'm going to have to update here. For example, I like this texture, right? But this was just like a really basic texture. I didn't make this. This was someone else. But I can transfer my newfound skills to here. And we can make something, right? So, let me get my doors. Right? My lovely brand spanking new doors. Oh, not you. Thank you. And then we'll put these here. Goodbye. And then I'm going to get like planks of wood. And I'm going to put the planks across the... This is going to be a bit awkward because it's a single door. Right, let's just pretend. I'll just need to like delete this part and then duplicate it and then bring it over. It's an easy fix. I'm sure it's an easy fix. So I'm going to get like planks of wood and then I'm just going to like put it over the door. I guess it could be any kind of plank, you know, it doesn't really need to be anything special. I'm just going to like put some planks here. Ta-da! Totally planked this door up, didn't we? Where did they get these planks from? Let's put it like that. There you go. Got my planks like that. There we go. There's a really planked up door. Don't mess with my planks, man. Don't mess with my planks. There you go. It's planked up, right? That's all you need to know. There you go. So you can't get through here, right? Unless you get a crowbar. And you break it off. So the first character... she can't actually get to this part because when she goes through this door, it's like, you can't get through. As you can see through the window, it's planked. So there you go. So let's get the camera angles out now. This is everyone's favourite part, isn't it? once you get to see how dynamic the scene actually is. Ta-da! Okay, dokie. So just getting through here. I guess I'll do like an angled shot, maybe. Maybe do it like a bit like that, maybe. Don't want to see the ceiling though. Let's do an angled shot like that. So basically, if you run in, you get like a view like. Let me see. Let's see if we do a view like behind the counter, maybe. And then you've pretty much got an option, like do you go left or right? So if you go right, I'll take you to this side. And then you've got the door there. There you go. Maybe make it like that. And then I could make it zoom in, but I don't think it's that important. I think when you go this way, when it's going to be more like I kind of want you to see that part over there, so I'll make it kind of like this. And then once you get a bit closer, this is like a focal point, so I'll put it like kind of like that. And then we'll need another point, so if we go behind here, we need to be able to have another camera. It basically just, it's kind of like this. Alright, there you go. Camera angle's done. Job done. By the way, don't forget my track. Your track, we're not even there yet. Calm yourself, calm yourself. Might be because you use Studio Line. Alright, how did I miss this comment? Like, it's like in the opposite order now. Yeah, those walls were for 50-foot giants, I think. I know. That totally went against your measuring OCD a bit. I need to make you a double frame. You do. So yeah, we're coming up with new things to make. We need a double frame. We need a handle for doors that don't have push compatibility. We need a better receptionist desk. One that I can transfer and I can just change the colour. So if I want to change the colour of the counter or the colour of the bottom part or whatever, it's easy for me to do it. And then I'll be able to put multiple reception desks in different parts of the game. Or you can just scope in and delete that one side. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. So I don't really think you need to make a double frame. But definitely that handle would be pretty cool. That plank is a beauty pile. That's it. Piles for the door. Very shiny. Oh yeah. It's brand new. The hardware store was just down the road. That's where they got it from. I just need to grime it up a little bit, you know, put some blood on it, but right now I can't sculpt. I got some painting tips from RoboColor. He basically said when he textures stuff, he basically just gets like tiny circles and then he just like blots them down and then he changes the colour. But when he changes the colour, he only changes it slightly, and he also puts like the saturation quite low. So everything's kind of dark and not dark, but kind of muddy. It's not so colourful. That's why he said his games are very dark and more realistic because they look better when you're texturing. So once I practice painting, I'll go over other people's assets. Like, say to paint this doesn't look that difficult. He's got a basic board here, Then he basically just painted like a few darker streaks, you know, because you can change the opacity, and you can, like, I could put dirt on it, I could put blood or whatever. So I just need to get it into my mind that I can do it, you know, because right now I feel like I'm not an artist, so it's not so easy for me. I get quite frustrated. Yeah. Plus, I like viewing a second screen or a drawing for reference when sculpting, and you can't really do that with a headset on. I think someone asked if they could add a feature where you can put like a reference image, so it's like next to you inside Dreams, but that's probably not going to happen. They don't even let you import pictures, so God knows what they're going to do. Loving this post-apocalyptic hospital. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, you're still here. Oh, I've got another Hindi surprise coming my way. There we go. Let me see. Let's have a wee peek. Have a wee gander. It says, "Goodbye, LittleBigAnimation. Making fun dream, big game. So bye. See you later. See you next time. It was lovely getting to know you and your magnificent language. We've really learned a lot today." Waving emoji. Yep, that is the one universal symbol to say goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, House Moomin. We'll always remember you for your typos. Well, give you emotional support when it comes to texturing, LB, don't worry. I'm worried I'm going to make a clown or a drag queen, honestly. When I have to texture my own monsters, it's going to look that bad. Painting is easy, LBA. I've spent 10 minutes painting in Dreams, but it's easy. Low opacity and soft blend. Yeah, but even when I look at this floor, right, like, I just look at that plank and I'm like, man, like, it should be easy. And it's like, okay, he's got 3 different colours. He's got a light, a medium and a dark, and he's just kind of mixed them all together. But see, if I tried to make that plank of wood, I bet you mine would look like clown makeup. It would look terrible. It would look like a child, finger painted. It's going to be that bad. Believe me. Right. So I'm going to save this scene. Right. Right. That's what Neon the Coder always goes. Right. So I'm going to save this here. If Dreams is not slow today, come on. Come on. I want to save. It's not letting me save. There we go. Finally. Finally. Who is the Indian person? Do you know him? No, I don't know. He's a brand new viewer. Basically, I'm just translating everything he says. He understands English, but I think his keyboard is not in English, so I guess he just types a lot faster in his native language, which is fine for me. I'll translate. I don't know, but his profile picture is pretty dank. Oh yeah? Can't even see, because it's dead small on my screen. Speaking of dank, where's Isaac? Onion. Who knows? He's always busy these days. I think he's addicted to other games these days. I don't think he's so into Dreams anymore. Right, so I'll show you. Please wait. Right, these damn loading bugs. Right, I'll show you what I mean. Right, see if I go here. Okay. Set VR compatibility. So it says not sure, non-VR, VR compatible and VR only. It doesn't let me select these two, just these two. So it says your creation isn't labeled. Players in VR won't see it unless affected by filtering preferences. That's what I mean. You need to disable it or enable it so that you can actually see non-VR stuff in VR. You cannot set a dream as VR compatible or VR only if it contains scenes not supported in VR. Please remove unsupported scenes to use these labels. So basically, I don't know if I need to add a tool that has something to do with VR before I can actually use this. So who knows? Right now it's just set to not sure. So your creation isn't labelled. Your creation is not designed for VR. Players in VR won't see it. But I think it's fair to say up here. Look, it did it itself. Look, I didn't do that. See, it labelled it for me. So it says non-VR. You could say not sure, but I think not sure and non-VR, they look like the same image. So I don't think it really matters. Either way, if I want to make it compatible to show up by default, I'm probably going to have to edit and add some kind of tracker. So technically you can play this Scheme Costs in VR. You just need to enable your settings so you can see non-VR content. Try it. Let me know if it works. If you can actually move your head. If it doesn't work, then let me know and I'll update it with the new tools. It's all on you now, Scheme Costs. It's all riding on you. That's it. A few colours and layers. You'll get it after a few attempts. I have faith in your Bob Ross skills. I know. That's what Bob Ross does. He just goes, I'm just going to put like a little bit here. And then it becomes something else. You'll have the full Bob Ross afro and beard by the end of lockdown too. I know it'll be quite fitting. My painting journey will be, you know, physically as well as digitally represented. Little Big Ross. Firecat. I wonder what they classify as not supported in VR. Might be the cutscenes, but I thought it would just switch to cinema mode for those. No idea. I'd see this thing, it doesn't tell you, so I haven't got a Scooby. I honestly don't know. But if you could test it in VR, let me know what happens, and then I'll adjust appropriately when the time comes. This is RoboKiller's monster for the game. This is going to be the first boss in the game. Looks pretty cool, doesn't he? Look at that. Got a nice wee skirt on him. Dun dun dun. He comes from the dark side. So I'm going to get you. You thought John Jerry Steve was bad? Well, wait till I come for you. Dun 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 dun. Don't look at my anything, or you're dead. How cool is he going to be? I can't wait to start voicing him. Dun 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 dun. By the way, this is the first boss, so you better watch out. This game ain't going to hold any punches. What was that, LB? I didn't catch all that. I don't know. I guess I just said if you could test the game and with your VR headset on and see if it automatically adjusts the right stick to the head, you can let me know if it's compatible. Just have to turn the settings so you can play it. Let me know. And then if it doesn't work, I'll make a dedicated VR version. So just let me know. If there is an end to lockdown, dun dun dun. That is Nemesis' brother, Genesis. Oh, nice one, eh? There we go. Look at that eyeball. It's like, oh, you don't want to know what I've been through. You don't want to know. Look at my eye, it's gone. It's just like John Jerry Steve's leg. I've got one defective side. Very nice. Is this exclusive for your game? Yes, this is exclusive. Sadly, he doesn't have enough time to make all the boss characters. That's why I'm going to have to start practicing to sculpt characters, boss characters in particular. It's going to be difficult, but I'm going to see what I can do. Because I don't want this to look like the best boss and then all my bosses look like clowns. You know, I want all the bosses to look pretty badass. So I'm determined to get good at sculpting and painting, and hopefully I can actually make something half decent at least. Can we get a sneak peek of what his voice could sound like? No. I'm a bit... You know, it's not so good. I've got a glass of water here, so... But even that's not enough, you know. There you go. I'm sure you can imagine how he sounds. I'm sure. Look at those teeth. It's like he's got teeth, but then his skin kind of gets stretched. Just like, you know, sometimes when your lips, you kind of open your mouth and your lips kind of get stuck together. You know, like, and then they break. It's kind of like that. Look at that chin. It's a beautiful chin. This is what it looks like to be inside his mouth. Right? Look at that. I'm stuck inside his mouth. Oh my god. Dun 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 dun. Oh, he's going to be so good. He's going to be waltzing towards you like, I'm coming for you, boy. This is what you get. This is the hitman. When John Jerry Steve is not available. This is the substitute. Just as badass. Okay, no, it won't let us play anything unless the creator sets it as VR compatible. I'll try and figure out how to enable it though, and I'll let you know later. For me, it just says something about your preferences. So it says if you go into your VR preferences, and apparently you can enable or disable certain things, and it should let you play other creations that are not specified as VR compatible. That's what it said for me, but who knows. Raspy, yeah. It's got a very raspy voice. I really want to be in the credits of the game as the Dino Chicky Nuggets guy. We'll just do one credit for you on the screen. The Dino Chicky Nugget guy. Big Fish, also known as Ian, also known as his Discord name. Or I'm excited to be in there as that. We'll just put a big fish in. We'll say, where did Ian go? Look at that cranium. From this angle, it's like Freddy Krueger, isn't it? Like, if Freddy Krueger went to the gym, he would probably end up like this, I think. So that's him. Looks pretty badass. Dun, dun, dun. So yeah, let's go to the... check out what scene we can do next. See, I'm just looking through all old scenes now because we have to go back to all the old stuff. See, I've got too much crap. Right, where are we going now? Right, so that was the reception. The patient ward, yeah, let's do that. I mean, I remember we made a lot of different rooms actually in the one. So we made I think because we had the thermo available, we made this kind of big ward. So it's not a private room. It's like everyone shares the one room. And then we had thermal, so we kind of tried to make like a basic X-ray room. Look at that. See, I wish I could draw this. One day. And this is meant to be like a basic X-ray room. This is like a really lazy day for me. And then we made like a wee storage room, so we had some cleaning products. I don't even know if this is like a real thing. And then we had like some kind of first aid kit. Then we had some toilet paper. So yeah, we made like these 3 little rooms, which I'll need to remix separately into their own little thing. Plus we had like other rooms here. I think this was from... I think we remixed this room, and then we just made this room from that remix. So we technically don't need all that stuff anymore. We can get rid of this room here, I think. Goodbye. I think our music ended, by the way. Silent Hill. I love a wee bit of Silent Hill. There you go. It's on repeat. It's technically a different video, but it's all the same stuff. Crumpet. Tutors, yes or no? I don't know what it is, so I'm just going to say yes. Also known as AKA, his dream profile name. Yeah, he's got like 4 different names, so you need a whole screen just for your credits. Good marketing, my friend. You know what you're doing. Everyone will remember you. Can I delete this wall? Yeah, there we go. How about this? It'll be the 5th of August, a jazz punk stream. Why the 5th of August? What is so particular about the 5th of August? Let me ask you that. Over my dead body. I don't even own the game, and I don't even plan to buy any games right now because I'm so busy with this and getting through my backlog of games. Let's put that here, right? It looks beautiful. Beautiful. Bovine. Right, there you go. Big massive cinema windows, by the way, that's how all the light's going to come in. It's going to be perfect. So perfect. It's going to be so beautiful. Don't question my logic about how this works. It just works, right? There's a smaller window on this side. Okay, okie dokie. Let's move this down. And I think I'm going to remove all these anyway, because these were like all the basic ones. We were actually going to use all of the liquid ones, but it was the 50-foot giant that those ones were made for, as you said. Hold on, let me go to collections. There we go. Load. Right, here we go. Here we go again. So we need the door part for the 50-foot giant, and then we need, technically I could use that as a wall. There was another wall. Yeah, because we need this one for the windows. Masterpiece, masterpiece. And then we're going to need your door scheme. To bring that back in again. Hold on. Here we go. Where's your mad door? Don't mind me, I'm just going to pinch your door again. Right. I don't know if you were here last time. I was trying to fit your door on the mammoth doorways, right? And it was not an easy task, I can assure you. Since this is technically not going to be connected, I can actually move this further out. These other 2 parts were just here because I was lazy, but really I should have remixed this a long time ago. So what I should have done, well, I'll finish this scene, right? I'll remix it, and then I'll fix everything again, because this door is quite narrow, so I might move this wall a bit, and then just redo this room here. Could actually just move it all here just now. Just move it over a bit. That way it'd fix my window problem. Okay. Okay. That'll do. So got a door here. And then I need to get this stuff working. I'm probably going to just use... I used this door last time because I had the sign, but I'm only going to use these for the private doors and maybe like specific things for like the surgery rooms and stuff like that. I could use it for all the rooms, I suppose, but I think I was going to redo all the signs anyway, because this sign is like actually sculpted in, when really I don't want that. I want to be able to write my own signs, so I'll just use this one for now. Here we go, watch this. What he's done, he's probably enlarged it so large so we could paint it a bit easier maybe, but it's not so good, because look here, it's hard to get it exactly lined up with the door, you know. So what I had to do was I had to go into the free mode and try my best to like get it the right size. It's not easy. It's really not. It's actually a pain in the ass, if you ask me. Then the problem is, once I sorted this, I had to make sure that the walls were the same. They lined up the exact same way as this wall. So I'm telling you right now, unless someone can come up with a better solution, this is going to be a pain in my ass. It really is. Right, so we want these ones. I could take the railings. Alright, let's use the railings, and then if we change our mind, we can always just delete the railings, right? So I need to bloody get this like super accurate. It needs to line up perfectly, and it's not gonna. Do you see my dilemma here? I need to make sure it's like the right size and everything before I properly start lining it up. I hate it. I hate this. I think what I said in the last stream was like, if this really bugs me, right, I'm just going to have to make my own assets. Like, I'll redo everything, you know, because clearly this way is the pain in the ass way, and I don't want to have to keep doing that for all the corridors because it's so poorly optimized, at least for me. The 5th of September. Why the 5th of September? What's happening on the 5th of September? This music. You like the music? Or do you hate it? I can alter those walls for you to fit the door. Aye, everything like the entryway, all the connecting things. Is there anything else? Let me see. Hospital, come on. I hate all these stupid filters. Was there anything else? There's some doors here as well. I don't know if I was going to use them. Maybe just for like a storage room or a break room, something like that. But everything else is. I would basically need this part to be optimized as well, because there will be elevators in the game. But yeah, for the most part, I don't know what you think's better. If doing a long wall like that. What? See what I mean? It just changed. That was not what I was looking at. Look. Since when were walls this? See what I mean? The glitches are crazy today. Yeah, I mean, if you can optimize it, excellent. Either way, you know, it's going to frustrate me. Were you being sarcastic about knowing how to advertise. Regarding my several account names, I'm just curious. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's like, you know how to get your name out there. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I can fix these easy. Thank God for that. I'm still here sometimes, but I have a few other things to tend to right now. Sorry. You're a very busy man lately. I think the last time we had Isaac in the stream concurrently was back in 1954. It's been a long time now. But we're eventually getting to the anniversary, so we might see a change. Don't bother, LB. I'll sort it so it all works on the grid easily. Oh, okay. Yeah, that would really help. Because I'm going to go crazy. Really crazy. So that's the thing about using other people's assets. Sometimes they don't all link up together. I have the same bug. I seen pictures of my private stuff and other creations. Confused the hell out of me at first. I know. Makes you wonder why it does it in the first place. I mean, is it really that bad? Yes. It's terrible. Shocking. Surely they would have noticed by bug testing. They would have found that, because it's not really that random of a bug. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? So let me get my walls. Oh, hello. There you go. So we'll stick with that just now. And I was using the... Hold on, let me show you the... This is the floor I was talking about here. So you can see this floor, right? I was using these, but I wasn't sure if I was going to use these for the patient rooms or the hallways. I wasn't going to use it on both because I wanted it to be a bit different. So I think I came to the conclusion that I was just going to use... I was just going to use these for like inside the rooms, and then the hallways on the outside, they'll have like a more clear kind of ceramic kind of colour, if that makes sense. These are the walls that look like they're just like the one colour. You really need to go in and see, like, see here, you can kind of see some smudge marks. It's not so obvious, but you can kind of see it. Basically, these are the same assets. One's a square, one's a rectangle. There's no big difference. I'm just going to use the square just because. So for all the patient rooms, I'll use this floor for now, and I'll use a different floor for the outside corridor. I think that's the way to go. Let me see here. I seem to have... Oh, it's good. I didn't fix the beds, that's why. I didn't fix the beds. So they're still a bit wonky. Plus I think I scaled these to the old floor. The old floor, I need to delete that. So it's going to be roughly like this when you enter. It's just a bit too big, just a little bit. Just an imp tip, too big. So I'll bring this over, we'll just experiment, we'll see if roughly that works like that. I might even make that out a wee bit. There you go. So you come in like this. It's a wee bit of space here. Go down here. So I'll remove some of these. Some of these will be open, so you can actually go in and explore. Some of them are blocked, but you can maybe see like a zombie's arm or leg poking out from the edge. So I think I'll do that as well. So let me just duplicate these. Uh-oh, the floor's not optimized. Hold on. I think it's just this bottom floor. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Okay. No, it's like just tiny bit. Oh well. I just need to make an extra floor on the other side. Okay. Oh, what have I done? How the hell did I manage that? What the hell? That was weird. Right, I think I've done it now. Okay, then I just have to bring all these down a bit. Plus this part here, annoyingly, it's like slightly too... I know I could just stretch it, but I don't really like to stretch other people's assets, just in case the textures aren't proper. Can't see! Hold on. Right, that'll do. So, I think it'll look okay. We'll have the walls up on this side, so when the camera looks to there, if you do see outside here, you'll see those other walls, and then here we've just got the windows, which lead out into the big garden area. And I wasn't sure, I was thinking about maybe making a double door, so maybe there's a door on this side, and then maybe I'll put another door on this side as well. Which I think I'm actually going to do right now, because it is a big room. You don't want to get stuck one-way traffic, right? You want to have an extra little door to go through. So I know you're going to redo all these. I'm just doing this for reference, just so I've got something that works. So I think I'll do it a bit like that, maybe. So there's like two different ways, but who's to say you can even use this? Maybe this section is blocked, right? But I feel like just for the aesthetic of the hospital, it's good to have two entryways, two exits. I remember when DreamsCon released, every time I went on it and back out, it would glitch my game out, where all the icons would change to different stuff for a bit, and it was really confusing. Yeah, DreamsCon was really weird. I don't think that was very well optimised either, because I was trying to play people's demos, and it was taking me to demos, and I was coming back, and it would bring me to like the wrong floor, and everything was a mess, and that's all the linking, all the doorways. They were not so good, I think it's fair to say, which is quite annoying. But yeah, we have to live with these glitches, don't we? So I'll put in some rough camera angles for here as well. Let me find the camera here. Okay. Right, so say this is the door we definitely come through. The other door can be blocked. So I'll do it like this, so you can kind of see where the window is, and the curtain can come over here a bit more. Also, that's another thing, scheme. If you look at these walls, I'm assuming I can just stretch this and it'll be fine, because it needs to be a bit higher, but I think I can do that myself, just assuming everything's all good. So I think if I just sort of keep this on the grid, for example, put it like that, and then it can kind of be like that. Okay, so kind of make the entrance a bit like this, and then as you move forward, you're going to have an option. You can go down. I guess I'll put other things here, but basically, yeah, you need to go down. You need to go down that way there. So I'll tilt it just to make it more obvious that you're supposed to go down this way. And then when you go down this way, this is when we can get quite creative with some of the camera angles, because we can do like some camera angles that are coming from like certain rooms, you know. And maybe there's like a zombie's arm in front of the camera. You know, try and make it a bit like that or something as you're roaming down. And then maybe there's a way into, like, say this one here. You can actually enter inside this particular part. Let me see if I... Just move it for now, right? So maybe you can enter this part. Maybe I'll maybe like delete that, for example, and you can actually walk in here. And then when you go around this way, oh, you can clearly see it's blocked from this side, so you can't actually escape. Alright, okie dokie. Whew. By the way, LB, have you ever tried Precise Move? God, I love it so much. You've saw me use Precise Move, surely. Yeah, I use Precise Move sometimes. Normally I prefer the grid. I just use Precise Move when it's like, you know, rather than going down to like a really small grid, just to quickly move something. Just sometimes. Like for walls and stuff, I'll always use the grid. I'll use Precise Move. Like say I wanted to move this, right? See if I use the grid, it moves like that, which is horrible. So mostly for rotations, I would say I use Precise Move, because obviously if I wanted to move this like just a tiny bit, it's better. I don't really use it much for this because I prefer the grid for moving. So yeah, Precise for me is mostly just to rotate stuff, you know, just to give it a wee bit of a rotation, not too much. Just made my first painting. Oh, painting, LBA. I made the X-ray skull. It's just a crappy 2-minute job, but not bad for my first, and with the DualShock 4. That's pretty cool. I can add it to my X-ray part. I've got some X-ray stuff here. I found this stuff, so I've got the bones, the rib cages, the skull. All looks quite cool. So if you think it looks quite nice, we can put it somewhere in that room as well. I mostly use grid, but Precise Move and no grid is necessary for certain things. Yeah, just now and again, turn it on and off whenever you think you might use it. Okay, so if you're going to optimize these, I'm just going to delete them. Hello, Ginger Steve, you hiding behind here? I just need to delete some of this stuff here. This is like, in every scene you always see me do this, because this was like stuff I never deleted from like the very first scene, you know. So there we go. All gone. So I need to make 3 remixes. I need to remix this as this room. I need to remix an X-ray room. I need to remix a storage room. And then I need to remix a corridor, I guess, because these areas are pretty close connected. Like, this is roughly how they're going to be designed. So like when you're out in the corridor here, this is where this room's going to be, that's where that room's going to be, that's where that's going to be, maybe. That's kind of like my idea. So the corridor would be like here. So we've got a door here, door here, door here, you know. And then there's going to be like a door here that leads down to the corridor, down to the exam rooms. And if you keep following this corridor here, this part over here is where the big hall, the big lobby is that we made last time with the big Bovaretta statue. That's where that's going to be. So this is going to be like, this part's like the back of the first floor. So I'll save this up. I'll play your track, House Moomin. And I think tomorrow we'll do a bit of the X-ray room. The X-ray room's not going to get finished because we don't have any equipment for an actual X-ray. As you can see, I was just using a cube for the X-ray. but we're going to have to build more apparatus for the X-ray room, for the surgical room. We'll need all the apparatus, like all the machines and things like that you would expect to find. It's not so easy to find them in Dreams, and so I guess tomorrow we'll do this part. We'll also do this part, and we'll maybe do the corridor that connects them together. And then let me think. The only other part we need to do is maybe a bathroom and the surgical room, the surgery room. And then we'll probably do that on Friday. So we should have the first floor more or less done this week, and it means next week we can start doing the second floor. Shouldn't take us that long because we've already got some templates. But yeah, the second, third in the basement should probably take us a good few weeks to get done. So I guess in August we'll get to the outside part and we'll start like the other hospital parts. Gonna have to keep working hard though, because by the end of August I want all the scenes kind of done with lighting, at least lighting. And then in September I'm going to try and put everything together, try and link all the scenes together and just polish them up, polish the gameplay up, polish the graphics, and get at least not the full game playable, but like just the full game. You can technically go from start to finish in the full game, you know, so that's what I'm aiming to do by the end of September. So then October I can just focus on cutscenes and bug testing and stuff like that in November. It's going to be quite difficult to get everything done before the end of the year, but I'm going to try my best. I really am. I'll make a better one and you can add it. This one is terrible, really. Yeah, you told me painting was easy. It's damn difficult. Can you also play Sparky's track? Oh, I keep forgetting about Sparky's track actually. So I don't have a lot of time. It depends how long Hal Schmooman's track is. Let me have a look first. So if those walls, you just want them to all fit together on the grid and with my door, that's it, that's it. And as long, I'm assuming I can lift the top part a little bit myself. I don't think it would be a problem, but yeah, that's it. Just make sure they all align properly, and that's good for me. Unless you'd see any details that you want to add. I don't think you need to add anything, but if you think there's something, you would go for it. My track is quite a serious track this time, Isaac, so you better give me a good rating. Oh, I don't think you're going to get it. Oh god, not this song again. You don't like this song? What? This song is so eerily disgusting sounding. I know, it's like Bovaretta on the vocals. Seriously, what's wrong, Hal Schmooman? Do you do work on your scenes off stream? Sometimes yes, but it's not usually visual stuff. It's usually stuff like the inventory, the main menu, the animations, the combat, planning out the layouts, that sort of thing. So it's not really that interesting. It's nothing I can really show you too much of. That's why I have to stay with the graphics on stream. But once I get more of the off-stream stuff done, I'll be able to merge it all together, you know. Play, I'm a player again. Just likes to pick and choose what I do. Right, well, I had some stuff. Like it, so realistic. Nice. Nice one. Oh, thanks, Pipsqueaky. Back to man shared. Disintegration. 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 Loading today. Everything's a mess. Oh, there we go. Just as I press circle to quit, it loaded. But no doubt this is a glitch. Is it really going to load? Let's see. I meant as in the song is less jokey, as I usually do jokey songs. Yeah, we got what you meant. It is easy. I spent 2 minutes. Give me an hour and I'll make something good. Good challenge for you then, eh? Bufferetta. Are you buffering? 14% on the iPad. So that streamed the iPad in like 2 hours or so. The iPad used about 16% battery, which is not too bad. Alright, so this is quite cool. Nice wee visualizer here. But I'm not actually going to listen to this fully. I just wanted to have a little peek to see what it was like. Feels like the Terminator. Dun, 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 dun. Isn't it? Here we go. That looks really nice. I just don't have time to properly sit through it right now, but that's pretty cool. Bought VR. Don't send me VR stuff, Isaac. I don't have VR, man. Let's see. We need to go for How Schmoomin'. How Schmoomin'. Let's see. Your track is called Broken. Is it called Broken? Good. Nice review, Robbie. It's like, okay, I'll give you a pass on that one. Beautyretta or Bootyretta. I want to see this looks in VR. How this looks in VR. I don't even know if it was VR compatible. Okay, here's How Schmoomin', his first real attempt at not being crinkly, and already his timeline is changing colours. So he's kind of on the crinkly scale right now. What do you consider a jokey song? Dodgy opinion. Back to Man is overrated. Oh, dun 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 dun! Wait till Isaac comes for you. I'm getting Bovaretta fingers. Oh, you're getting some fingers. Where? Hey, Bovaretta has normal fingers. Small, I'm coming for you. See, I told you Isaac would come for you. I knew it. All these instruments are from my mega instrument pack. Your instrument pack. So you made some of your own instruments. So dodgy, so edgy. I know you love it, don't you? At least this one's a short, sweet track. So you really tried this time, Isaac. So even with that timeline. The bass is just not there on mobile. We're going to judge you on that, unfortunately. I think most people probably do watch on mobiles, don't they? Should you get like a bass extension for your phone? Every time your ringtone comes on, the whole bus shakes. Very nice, How Schmoomin'. It's called Broken. Hey Joe! Oh no, Joe, you're incredibly late today. You're 2 hours and 19 minutes late. How could you do this to us, Joe? Thanks, Scheme. He lives in the Scheme, doesn't he? Alright, Isaac, so what's your opinion on How Schmoomin's track? Be brutal as always. Late, late, late. Leg, leg, leg. I know the leg's coming. The leg is coming out. There's a leg here. But I'm going to give you the authentic leg, because I feel like you really deserve the authentic one. Where's my creations? I clearly saved it. It should be at the front. Are you getting saved from John Jerry Steve's leg because Media Molecule can't make a damn game properly? I think Joe's hacked this, by the way. Right, there we go. My creations though, I saved it, so technically the latest save should go to the front. Right, whatever. Right, let's go in here. It's John Jerry Steve. John Jerry Steve! Joe! Feast your eyes upon this monstrosity. Don't take your eyes off it for 1 second. This is what you get for being late. Don't ever forget it. I wish I could give the late leg emoji. It should let you. I don't know why you can't. You mean 2 minutes and 9 seconds late? Don't chance it. It's creative. You want me to be brutal? Okay. Dedoid Bender. What does that mean? Oh, he's only 2 minutes and 9 seconds late. LB, don't do it. It's too late. It's already done. Done and dusted. The eyeballs have exploded. I can't take it back now. My eyes, my eyes. Don't forget about Sparky's track, In Spite of My Dreams. Yeah, sadly I don't have time today. It's going to have to roll over to tomorrow, I think. I always forget. He's not really late, LB. It's all an illusion. Excuse me. He's late. He deserves it. Big time. We didn't make these. In fact, Hal Schmooman didn't make these emojis for nothing. They need to be valid for a reason, right? You must take this leg as far as it can go. Bleeding again. What's Dedroid Bender? MacBeat. What the hell is MacBeat? Can only find those emojis on my laptop. Are you on your phone right now? You should still find them on your phone. See next to the super chat, there should be emojis, and they should be there. They should. You just click like custom, and they should be there. Kind of sucks if you can't find them. Those damn fingers. All those fingers and all those pies. John Jerry Steve, legs, cure, Bovaretta, fingers, prove me wrong. Oh yes, big time. Right, so I'm going to have to end here today. I'm going to have to get back to work now. So thanks very much guys for tuning in. I'm going to try and make that small collection of VR stuff. John Jerry Steve's leg, a day in the life of John Jerry Steve, you know, maybe throw in a bit of Bovaretta at the club. But if no one has VR, obviously you won't be able to play it. But I feel like I'll just do it just for the hell of it, just for fun. I'll put up some videos as well. So tomorrow we'll continue doing more of the hospital. We'll try and get as much of the first floor done tomorrow and on Friday as well. And that'll be another big milestone done. So basically, Intra Takeout, he's got almost a full hospital floor to do like the lighting for. Good luck. And he still has like half of the street to do because I still need to send it to him. So he's got a lot of work coming his way. You better be ready. You better get out of that VR mode. I wonder if the VR will actually help with the lighting. I'm not even sure. His leg cures Bovaretta fingers. This is torture. Nah, it's going to stay there. That's how late you were. The duration increases. Nice stream. Yeah, thanks Joe for joining. Just for the leg. I was definitely here the whole time. I know you. Technically, you weren't playing GTA. You were just busy. Oh yeah. Oh, we've got some outro text. Some outro Hindi. Hold on. Some outro Hindi. Let's see what this says. Hello, keep streaming. I just joined back. My name is Lo. Lo? Unless that's a bad translation. He's back just as we end. I know, we're literally just ending now. I need to go back to work now. Eye scheme, look at all those emojis. You forgot the fire cat. How could you? I'm playing GTA 5. VR helps with everything. Oh good then, maybe you can go back in the scene with the lighting on and double check and make sure everything looks good. Or online. No, me never. Eyeball. So thanks for tuning in guys. I'll see some of you again tomorrow. We'll finish off the first floor of the hospital over the next couple of days. And if I can sort out that VR stuff, just let me know, Scheme Costs, if the game works without me updating it. If you can find a way to play it, I don't know. But if not, don't worry about it. Oh, we'll get one more Hindi. I'll translate this and then I'll be off. Stitched up. Oh yeah, John Jerry Steve, his leg. This is the cursed leg. If you ever noticed the difference between the two legs, don't look at this leg. John Jerry Steve, he's very sensitive about how his leg looks, so we need to be careful we don't offend him. Alright everyone, so I'm going to see you again tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day, and yeah, see ya. Bye.